that are going to be dropping through the 40s into the 30s, and we will wake up tomorrow morning to around the low to mid 30s. So it's another jackets and coats kind of day. Highs tomorrow will only be in the 50s.
I kind of wish it would snow here. If it's going to be this cold, it might as well snow.
Ain't going to happen.
Uh-oh.
Not anytime soon, anyway.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for Live at 5. News 11 at 6, 30 minutes away.
Tonight, several developing stories, the chilling new video, the targeted attack. New surveillance tonight of the deadly shootout outside New York City. The mayor now calling it a targeted hate crime. You can see the two gunmen, a man and a woman, and then panic in the streets as they head into a market, killing 3 inside and killing a police detective too. And tonight, the anti-Semitic and anti-police writings now discovered. The storm slamming the east, heavy snow and ice, a truck sliding right into Lake Michigan. And behind it all, temperatures now plummeting. Rob timing it out. The battle on the Hill tonight after the Inspector General's report determined no deep state, no spying on the Trump campaign, contradicting President Trump. Tonight, the grilling on the Hill. The IG acknowledging his report does not vindicate anyone. The toddler in her grandfather's arms who fell from a cruise ship window and died. Tonight, the family taking action of its own. New fury tonight involving Harvey Weinstein hobbling into court today. While outside court, the $47 million settlement for several accusers. And reports Weinstein will not have to pay for it himself or admit any wrongdoing. The plane crashing into a neighborhood, landing in the street, hitting several cars. How secure is your home surveillance? A woman claiming someone hacked into her security camera. You could hear his voice and his claim that he could see her.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us here on this Wednesday night, and we begin tonight with the chilling new surveillance of what authorities are now calling a targeted and deadly attack just outside New York City. The mayor calling it a hate crime. Police are now looking closely at this surveillance video tonight. The two gunmen, a man and a woman, getting out of a van, crossing the street there, opening fire inside the kosher grocery store. 3 people were killed inside. A police detective had been killed right before. Police arriving quickly, and then SWAT teams. The firefight went on for hours. Bystanders running away from the danger, and tonight we are learning more here about the suspects. The pipe bomb that was found in a stolen U-Haul that day, and the anti-police, anti-Semitic writings online. ABC's Adrian Bankert leads us off from Jersey City.
Tonight we have chilling surveillance video that captures the horror at that kosher market in New Jersey and what police say was a targeted attack. Both suspects slowly from a stolen U-Haul van before one of them aims a high-powered rifle at the store and opens fire.
There were multiple other people on the street, so there were many other targets available to them that they bypassed to attack that place. So it was clearly that was their target, and they intended to harm people inside.
Police say the two gunned down the owner, Mindy Ferenz, a mother of 5, an employee, Miguel Douglas, and customer, Moishe Deutsch.
A few hundred bullets went into a body of a 24-year-old child. How can we, as a community, as people, bear that?
One person in the market was injured but survived the hail of bullets that terrorized Jersey City for hours yesterday. The suspects killed in the gun battle identified tonight as 50-year-old Francine Graham and 47-year-old David Anderson. Sources tell ABC News that Anderson recently made anti-Semitic posts online. It all started when Detective Joe Seals, investigating the murder of an Uber driver, encountered the suspects at this cemetery. Police say they killed the officer, a father of 5, driving a mile to that Jewish market at just after noon. For more than 3 hours in a standoff with heavily armed officers.
Sound like we were at war. That's what it sounds. It sounds like there's a storm out here. Like we were at war.
In the end, police ramming the store with an armored truck. The bodies of the suspects and the victims found inside. Authorities did recover a pipe bomb and religious writings from that stolen U-Haul. The suspects, believed to be members of the Black Israelites, considered by the FBI to be a domestic terror group known for anti-Jewish and anti-police views.
There is no question that this is a hate crime.
Police now pointing to the bravery of the officers who contained the violence, including 2 patrolmen first at the scene and wounded.
Yesterday could have been far deadlier. And the reason it was not is due to the heroism of the men and women of the Jersey City Police Department.
And Adrian Bankert back with us again tonight from outside that market. And Adrian, I know you're learning more about the suspects tonight.
Yeah, so one of those suspects, David Anderson, had a history of criminal offenses, including weapons charges. Now, we know that tonight 2 of those innocent victims will be laid to rest. They'll also hold a vigil for all of the victims at the cemetery where Detective Seals was murdered. Meanwhile, the kosher market behind us here, the scene of those merciless killings, boarded up. David?
Adrian Bankert leading us off tonight. Adrian, thank you. And we move on now to the major storm in the east and bitter cold right behind it for much of the country. Firefighters near Buffalo, New York, battling a house fire in the snow. And look at this, in Chicago, a salt truck sliding backward right into Lake Michigan. 2 crew members inside escaping just in time. Now the major temperature swing. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all for us again tonight. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. That front finally into the Atlantic, and here comes that cold air pouring in behind it. Lake effect snow machine is cranking. We even have snow squall warnings up into Vermont, much of New York as well, Lee of Ontario, and the area, and winter storm warnings for parts of northern Michigan. But cold air is the big story. Into the deep south tomorrow morning, wind chills will be below zero, below freezing in Atlanta and Birmingham. 12 in New York, 8 in Boston. Will feel like -3 in Minneapolis. But the next storm up is going to bring more in the way of warm air. Look at this on Friday. Heavy rain across the East Coast again. Warming up, the backside of this will be cold, but it will be a mess on Saturday from D.C., New York, and into Boston. David?
Rob Marciano with us. Rob, thanks as always. And now to the battle on Capitol Hill tonight over the report on the Russia investigation that determined no deep state, no spying on the Trump campaign. The author of that report, the Inspector General Michael Horowitz, saying the launch of the Russia investigation was in fact justified. But he did acknowledge today that his report does not vindicate anyone. Here's ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas now.
On Capitol Hill today, the Justice Department's Inspector General Michael Horowitz defending his conclusion that the FBI was justified in launching its investigation into Russia and the Trump campaign.
We did not find documentary or testimonial evidence that indicated political bias or improper motivation.
That conclusion now under attack from the Attorney General William Barr himself. Barr also insisting the FBI may have acted in bad faith.
Did you show this report to Attorney General Barr before it was released?
Yeah, as standard process, we provide this to the Attorney General and to the FBI Director.
Did he suggest any changes?
He didn't suggest